Thanks for tuning in to Real Talk and Whatnot. I'm your host, Micah D'Ailey, and this podcast is brought to us by Marcus Rodriguez. If you're looking to buy or sell your home in this competitive market and you don't know where to start, look no further than Merced's preferred realtor, Marcus Rodriguez. He's one of the best damn realtors I know, and you can find him at 209-554-1715 or go to his website, www.myrealtormarcus.com. And if you want to email him, his email is info@myagentmarcus.com. Thanks again, Marcus. This podcast is also brought to you by Alien, a new fitness wear company on a mission to support mental health. Alien features high-quality men's and women's activewear designed to help you reach your goals both in and out of the gym. There are over 7 billion people on Earth, many that struggle with anxiety, depression, suicidal thoughts, or just feeling like no one cares. Just know you are not alone. A percentage of all proceeds are donated to the suicide awareness and prevention. Shop now at alien.org. That's AYLEAN.org. Thanks for tuning in to Real Talk and Whatnot. I'm your host, Micah D'Ailey, and today we're going to do things a little differently. So I've always randomly have these thoughts of, like, if I was a stand-up comedian, what would I say or what would I do? What bits would I have? And I think that's also because I listen to probably way too much Joe Rogan. But so I've listed out, a whole bunch of different things that I've talked about. And I think I'm going to start doing little bits in the front of just things that annoy me, things that I notice, or just something like that. So just warning you guys, this is a little new bit that I'm going to do just starting every podcast. Maybe some weeks I won't do it, but I just want to have, just use the ideas that I have and the thoughts I have and put them to good use. And I'm all about creating and just creating stuff. And I just want to create more. And if this is an outlet that allows me to, do something that, puts me in out of my comfort zone, then I want to do that. So let's see what I have in store for you guys now. The absolute worst person to go hiking with or to see while you're hiking. Does anybody know what it is? It's the fucking person who brings a speaker hiking. What are you doing? Why are you bringing a speaker in the middle of the woods? No one wants to hear your shitty music, okay? You don't need to be hiking 10 miles with your crappy music playing on your backpack strapped in, so when you pass people, they have to listen to whatever god-awful band or music you like. Nobody wants to hear it. Nobody at all. The people you're with don't want to hear it. They're just lying to you. I don't want to hear it, and I'm passing you. And guess what? You're alone in this. Nobody likes you. So please stop taking your fucking speaker hiking with you. Why are you doing that? Why would you do that? Nobody likes it. And if you think, no, this guy's wrong, people like my music, I can listen to my music, it's a free country, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, you can do that. But if you want to be an asshole to society, you shouldn't do that. That is annoying. So next time you're thinking about bringing your speaker while you're hiking, think again. Please. Nobody wants to listen to that shitty music. Nobody. I hope you liked that little bit. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you did. Regardless, who cares? It's my show. Anyways, so once again, you guys, I'm going to remind you guys about reviews and downloads. Make sure you're downloading every single podcast episode on whatever podcast app you use. So if you're using Apple Podcasts, make sure you're downloading it. If you're using Spotify, make sure you're downloading it. If you're using Deezer or whatever other random podcast app you're using, make sure you download all the podcasts. Really helps out the show. Lets me know how many people are listening to it. I can get a better judgment of, maybe what area I should go or what I should explore. Just other things like that. Make sure that you're also leaving a review. So if you haven't yet, please go over to Apple Podcasts. If you use that and leave a review, tell me why you like the show, what you don't like about it. Just let me know your honest opinion. I'd love to hear. I want to keep making this show better. And I just hope I'm representing the community of the 209 and the community of Merced in a good way. And if you think I'm doing a good job, just share this, like it on YouTube, thumbs up it, anything like that. Anything that allows me to know that you appreciate what's going on, because I just appreciate you guys. I appreciate the success the show has had, and I'm excited to take it to its new location coming up pretty soon here. Now let's just jump into today's episode. My next guest is an artist from the 209. His name is Deshawn, and he's I don't know what you could describe him as. He could be a rapper. He could be an R&B artist. He could be a rock star. This guy does it all. He has multiple songs in multiple genres. He's just a great guy, and I got to meet him through my podcast. He reached out to me, asked me if I would have him on, and I said, of course I would. He is just doing it differently than I see most people in this area. He is very unique. He's got the quality. He's got the style. He's got it all, you guys. I just had a great conversation with him talking about what drives him in his life. And it was just interesting to see his story. He used to be a correctional officer, and now he's pursuing his dream in music. And just the stories he tells and the things he's been through, I can relate to it a lot. And I also just really appreciate the honesty that he had. So he's going to perform 2 songs today, but let's start with the first one. So here it is, Deshaun performing Chanel.
She bad as in there, yeah. Her pussy so wet, yeah. I just put some BBs on top of my wrist. Ever since I was on TV, they hot on my dick. I just put my PP inside of your bitch. I went schizo in that pussy, I body that bitch. She bad as in there, she rockin' Chanel. Her pussy don't smell, so I slobber that bitch. I'm eating filet, yeah, these diamonds is real. I'm rockin' Chanel, yeah, I'm poppin'. All this weight from all these BBs on my chest, feel like I gotta go. Foreign with the engine in the trunk, I got that powder coat. Virgin with your different version, look like calico. If that pussy tastes like Tootsie Pie, make that pussy pop. In your DMs, finna Tootsie slide to see your Gucci live. If you really got that Uchi wide, what's that Uchi wide? How'd you do it for a Uchi wide? I'm the Uchi guy. Yeah. Throw that shit back like a snap. Yeah. Throw that shit back, arch your back. Yeah. Throw that shit back, show some mad. Yeah. Throw that shit back, war back. Yeah. I just put some BBs on top of my wrist. Ever since I was on TV, they hot on my dick. I just put my PP inside of your bitch. I went schizo when that pussy, I body that bitch. She bad as in there, she rockin' Chanel. Her pussy don't smell, so I slobber that bitch. I'm eating filet, yeah, these diamonds is real. I'm rockin' Chanel, yeah, I'm poppin' little bitch. 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 Yeah, hey.
This is it. Real talk and whatnot.
Real talk. That's it. Real talk. Real talk. Real talk.
How are we doing today, Deshaun?
What's going on, man? What's going on?
Why don't you introduce yourself for people who may not know who you are?
For everybody who don't know who I am, artist name is Deshaun. I'm an artist out of Central Valley, the 209. I'm a father. I'm a family man. You name it.
Dude, you're doing it differently, I feel like, from a lot of people in Merced. Like, you're putting the time and energy, like, into your craft.
Oh, yeah. That's like the biggest thing to me is if I'm going to put something out, it got to be A1. It got to be my best.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my best, I'm going to scrap it. I don't want to do it. I won't touch it.
Yeah, because it's like time, energy, and then, like, double downing on yourself. Like, you're investing in yourself, you know?
Yeah.
And I feel like a lot of people in here, like, don't want to invest in themselves. And that's like, I look for like that when I'm like looking for guests or who I want to be on this podcast. It's just like, I want somebody who like believes in themselves, who's investing in themselves, because like, I feel like I'm doing the same thing and I just like want to spread that type of energy.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's the biggest thing is, especially in the careers we want and the careers we're trying to achieve or the goals, you have to invest in yourself. If you don't invest in yourself, what's going to make the person with big money want to invest in you?
Yeah.
They're not going to believe in you.
Exactly.
So,
You have to like basically prove it. I know I just really appreciate your music and what you're bringing coming out of Merced, because I feel like some people in Merced is just kind of like the same general style, but yours is a lot different from the area. And why do you think that is?
honestly, for me, I'm a perfectionist, to be honest with you. So I listen to the artists who made it. Not, everybody wants to be a rapper, everybody wants to be an artist, but nobody wants to actually go that step above. So instead of rapping like everybody that you know, go outside the box, think of something different. Okay, look, this person made it because of this. All right, I'm gonna try this. Explore.
Yeah, you always have to like craft different avenues and routes
Yeah.
and just try things out. And almost just force yourself to do it, because I feel like if you don't, then you're just never gonna know. And then if you're not trying something, somebody else is trying it, or
Yep.
somebody else is
You miss your
making
chance.
this. Yeah, exactly. And that's why I'm always like, same thing with like podcasting. It's just like I kind of just throw myself into uncomfortable situations and just roll with it.
Yeah.
And like I feel like I've only progressed since I've started doing that, and like for me, it happened like kind of like right before the pandemic, just trying to figure out like what I want to do in my life, and then just kind of just picking a few things like videography, photography, and then now podcasting.
Yeah.
But it just seems like I appreciate people who like double down on themselves, who invest in themselves, who put time in it, who put the energy in it, and I can see you doing like all of
Yeah,
those.
exactly. That's the biggest thing is investing in yourself. So if I got it, I'm gonna put it towards my music. I'm honestly within since 2019 until now, in the music alone, I've probably invested almost 60 to 70,000, and just trying to make sure everything is right.
Yeah. No, but that's good because you're looking at this big picture.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And a lot of people I think aren't looking 2 months from now or like 6 months from now.
Yeah.
But you're like, if I invest in myself like this now, then like it's gonna pay off in the end because you're putting all this time and energy into it.
Exactly. And so, for example, very first video I ever shot that I ever put out was Breakfast in Wells. My song Breakfast in Wells. Jay Pusha, he directed it, he recorded it. I put that video out, and within a month or two, one of the guys from BET hits me up, and he's like, "Hey, what do you feel about having this video on BET?" What do you think I feel? You know what I mean? So there we go. It's on BET. You know what I mean? So
did that kind of like put you into like a different box in the sense of, or box, but I mean like a trajectory or career or path?
Nah.
No?
Nah. 'Cause in all honesty, like I did get a few more fans.
Yeah.
But TV ain't what it used to be, kind of.
Yeah.
But I feel like I went on BET, but it wasn't like every other hour I'm on.
Yeah.
So it was like I was probably on like three or four times a day, and I'm missing a huge crowd of people with only 4 people. So I think if I had a better package or whatever, if they had me on more, then yeah, I would have my career would have elevated more. But it's cool. I mean, it opened more doors for me.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, just at least, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, like I did that just from working with the right people.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
exactly.
And so like you're doing, it's like reassuring that, like, okay, I'm doing something. I'm not something right, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That was exactly. It was like, all right, I spent this big money on this video, but look what it got me. I'm on the right path.
Yeah.
I'm on live TV. You know what I mean? So
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And then, so when did this all start for you? When did you start getting into music?
So, honestly, I've been doing music, man, since I was like 7 years old, 6 years old. I first started I started trying to sing. And what happened was I used to try to sing. I used to write my little brother lullabies to put him to sleep and everything. And then one day I recorded myself, and I was like, wait a minute. I can't sing. Yo, this don't sound like what I heard in my head, dog. Like, what is this? So then I started trying to rap, and then me and my little sister, we had the little tapes, and we would record over the tapes and try to rap and everything. And then in high school, I recorded my first song with my brothers.
Did you have a different name? Like, what I mean?
Yeah, I think I went by Young Quan, something like that. I went by Young Quan back then. I didn't put nothing out. But what happened, right? So I recorded my first song. And I'm like, okay, this is cool. And then my little sister, who was like a huge fan of mine, she decided to go back to school and show everybody the song. So all my peers, they come up, they laugh, hey, Deshaun, hey, stick to football. Stick to football. So with me, I'm the type of person, if you make fun of me because I'm not good at something, I'm going to just work till I get good at it. So, because my brothers went crazy. My brother is Toxic Sizzle. And he had the city on lock for a minute. He did songs with YG, Slim 400, all of them.
Damn.
So, yeah, so he was always dope. And then me, I kind of was a little slow to catching up.
Yeah.
But having him as who I had to compete with, it made it to where I just kept leveling up. Yeah. So it went from, damn, stick to football to damn. Okay, I See You, Deshaun, which is my first album I ever put out, was called I See You, Deshaun, because it was everybody, if I did a feature, they'll listen, okay, I See You, Deshaun. So I was like,
that's pretty cool.
That's gonna be my opening album.
And that was, what year was that one?
Shit, I dropped that in 2017.
Okay,
2017.
Gotcha. And it's been grinding ever since 2017. I mean, like, just as Deshaun, pretty much.
Yeah, as Deshaun, yeah, I've been, ever since 2017. But so in 2017, I dropped I See You, Deshaun, and what happened is I didn't know nearly as much as I know now about the industry, about marketing, about all of this. So all I'm thinking is, yo, this is a platinum album. Everybody gonna flock to this. So I drop it. I do the regular local thing. Share it on Facebook, share it on Instagram. And I think at the most, I probably got a couple thousand streams, which, I mean, at the time, I'm like, oh man, I got 1,000 streams. Like, but ain't shit. That don't generate nothing. You know what I mean? It don't really generate no money for you. And then in, I think 2018, 2019, me and my brother Sizzle, we dropped a collab album called Trey Sean. And that one did way better because his fan base, he already had a pretty big fan base. So that one did hella better. And I just kept leveling up from there.
Yeah. No, I can really tell. And so, like, what is, like, your creative process like when you're making these songs? Do you have, like, because I really like your music videos. I was telling you before we started, like, there's always a storyline going on in it. And so sometimes do you ever think of, like, or do you write the song first and then think of the music video second always? Or?
So I'm not gonna lie. So I make the music, but Jay Pusha is the one who put the storyline in.
Oh, that's sick.
He directs the whole thing. So I'll send it to him. I might say like a general idea of what I want to do, and then he's so crazy with the like the thought process, the creative process. He'll come back like, "What do you think about doing this?" And whatever idea I had, I'm like, fuck that idea. Hell yeah, let's do that. Let's do that.
No, that's cool though. Just to have someone like, and just having like a good director.
Yeah, and that's how it's supposed to be. So I did a video when I first started rapping with my brothers. It was years ago, and the guy was kind of new at it too, and he was just kind of like, letting us do our own thing.
Yeah.
And for me, I'm the artist. You're the video director. So when I went to Jay Pusha, and man, it was to the point to where he would tell me what face to make, how to posture myself, everything. I didn't have to think. I just performed. And that's what made the video so good and so authentic. And if he didn't like the way I stood or the way I made a face, don't do it like this. Like the most recent video I did, the Take Off From Here joint. I'm in the video like, we can just take off. I'm smiling. He like, nah. Don't smile, because remember, you just shot a DEA. You need to be serious. And boom, the video went crazy. And so
that's good. That's real good.
Yeah,
that's what I aspire to be.
and I've seen your guys' work. I've seen it, and that's why I DM'd you, asking your pricing, because I probably am going to be ended up using you guys.
Yeah, dude, that'd be cool. I just love working with artists who like are just into their craft. You know what I mean? And it just. Your relationship and everything else just works a lot better that way versus if I'm more into the video or song than you are, then like it's like, what's going on here? You know what I mean? Like, what's going on here?
It's all about that energy.
Yeah,
it's all about that energy, man. You got to.
No, exactly. And then what song have you received the most appreciation for? Is it On the Way or?
It's my R&B single. It's shit, dude. I can't think of the name right now. It's crazy. Hold on. Damn. I'm like really drawing a blank right now.
Let me see.
Priceless.
There we go.
There we go. I'm like, man, I don't know why. Because I'm thinking, I done made so many songs that.
No, well, and exactly. 'Cause, I mean, and then think about how many songs you've made that you haven't released or like, you know what I mean? Like throwaways or whatever. You know what I mean? And just like, and it's cool because like artists sometimes like, they'll have like a verse that I don't know what to do with it, and then like 2 years later they'll end up finding a song for that verse, and it's just like cool to think that like your creative process can take that long to like make something.
Definitely. Yeah, it does. There's been songs where like I write it, and then I go to record it. And the way I am, I'm such a perfectionist. If it doesn't sound like how I imagined it in my head, I scrap it. But that don't mean the verse wasn't good.
Yeah.
So I'll come back later. I'll be working on another song, and I'm like, wait a minute, that's that same tempo as this song. Let me see, and then boom. There's a song.
That's cool. That's cool. And then what do you think I feel like the music movement and the 209 or Merced in general, like I talk about it a lot on my podcast. And I don't know why in the sense. I mean, I have a lot of artists on, that's why, obviously why. But like I think before I just never really knew what it was like or anything. But now more than ever, I feel like there's more and more artists coming out of the 209.
Yeah, definitely.
And like bigger ones and different names and stuff like that. And you're like, oh, like starting to notice some. But why do you think like there's like a lack of shows? You know what I mean? Like I feel like the 209, we don't have shows, but we have a lot of artists. You know what I mean?
You know, so it comes down to, for me, it comes down to a couple things. One, the biggest thing is, from what I've seen, is in the 209, they won't really support you until the rest of the world supports you. It's sad to say, I still love where I'm from, but that's the truth. Like if I went and shared my song out to everybody in the 209, they wouldn't even, or most of them, or a lot of them, what the fuck, I don't know this guy though.
Yeah.
And I can even say, hey, I'm from the 209, check out my song. And they'll, I don't want nothing to do with it. And then, but then if I blow up, now everybody's like, oh yeah, you from the 209. Yeah. But at the same time, I don't blame them because you have your good artists from the 209, which is a very few of us. And then you have a huge buttload of people who don't give a fuck about their craft. They don't care about the quality of the music they put out. They don't put time into it. They just want to hear their voice. That's what they just, I heard my voice. Hell yeah.
I'm a rapper or I'm a singer. Or
and so the people in 209, they get so used to hearing the same thing. They get so used to hearing like all of these,
they already have you in the box before you have the chance to show them the music.
Yeah, local rappers.
Yeah.
And so I think that's the reason why we don't really get shows, is because, I mean, and even look at when we do get shows and we have the performances and the guys go out, we'll bring somebody big out and the guys will perform, but they have no crowd control. So and that's a big thing, crowd control. If you're just out there and you're yelling into the mic, nobody gonna feel it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You gotta be a crowd control. Get them to go with it, So I think
they're your audience. You're in control
you
of
gotta
them.
grab them. Even if they came to see, if we got YG here, okay, my goal is to, I know you want to see YG, but I want you to be like, wait, who the fuck is this guy?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Who is this?
Yeah.
So
that especially opening up for like people, like all you're doing there is you're showing this fan base, who you are.
Yep.
And it's just like, if you're not going to take the time, like you're saying, like you have to take the time to probably prepare for all your performances too. You know what I mean? Like
gotta
practice. Okay, how am I going to get them to be involved in this or something like that? Or look at me differently than the guy who opened up before me or is going to play after me.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Exactly.
No, I agree.
That's the biggest thing.
And then, because I feel like I don't know, this like the people that like I like are rapper wise, like from the 209, like you really stand out to me. My buddy Duffy, Money Boy's got the quality. Arsol, Iron Chef Weez, those are people on my podcast that I've had on my podcast.
Yeah,
like,
I've seen them.
Yeah, like all of them, like you guys are all like very passionate about the craft of it. And Deja.
Deja Montoya.
Yeah, Deja's fucking
dope.
sick.
She's dope. Yeah.
Yeah.
I've seen her. I think I reached out to her before about a collab.
Yeah.
That was before I was still growing, so I didn't get hit back, but it's cool. It's cool. One day, you know what I mean?
No, I think that I always tell people, like, I imagine girls' DMs are just like, flooded with like people hitting on them. Yeah. And I'm like, I told Deja, I was like, no, I just want you on my podcast. Like, I'm not trying to. But I think girls just like, they just like, I can't imagine what it looks like. I imagine it's fucking.
Yeah. Oh, especially being an artist and she got a buzz right now too.
Yeah, I do. So
you already got the fanboys, you got the creeps, you got the, you know what I mean? So she, her hers is probably, you feel me?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
Get it. I get
lost
it. And
in
she probably
there.
seen mine and was like, God damn it, another one. You know what I mean? But yeah, nah.
No, that's what I told her too when I had her on. I was like, no. But then here's a little fun question: if you could be a front row at any concert of anybody dead or alive, who would you be?
Drake.
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 Go.
Drake. That's honestly, man, Drake has been kind of like, he's my favorite artist all time. I don't care what nobody say. You know what I mean?
Drake's great. He's undeniably great.
There's no box. There's no box for him. And that's what I inspire to be. I got other artists who I'm super like, okay, this artist is dope as fuck. But who I inspire to be like is Drake. And you know, that's why I didn't drop like the melodic trap. I didn't drop the R&B album, you know what I mean? I dropped a rock song, like, you know, you know, I don't want a box, and I like the way it's the same with him. There's no box. Man, so
No, I completely agree. And just especially from like, and he's like consistently came out with music since, I don't know, like 2008, 2009.
yeah,
something
man,
like that.
consistent and
Like every single year. And not like, oh, this album's not good. Like,
yeah.
he always has like a freaking like multiple bangers on like
Yeah,
on each one, and they
exactly.
can be like completely different. Like think of what was that one where everyone used to make fun of Drake for dancing?
Hotline Bling.
Hotline Bling. Like that was so much different than like I don't know any of his other stuff. Though.
Yeah, it was different. It was definitely different.
Like
And
for it to be like a hip hop like on the charts and
Yeah.
huge, and everyone's listening to it over
Yeah.
and over. But I also feel like Drake still had when he was coming up, radio was still a bigger thing than it is now.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Because like nowadays, like it's pretty like, I mean, not many people are listening to the radio. Not many people turn on 104.7 or 95.1.
nah,
you know, they're
exactly.
playing their own Spotify playlist now.
Nah, it is. Yeah, it's like me. I almost never listen to the radio. I go straight in and put on YouTube or whatever and run it from there, or Apple Music. Because I even I had music on the radio in Africa. I had music on the radio in Charlotte, down south or whatever. And I thought, you know, boom, I'm on the radio. I'm about to skyrocket.
Yeah.
And nah, it didn't happen. So that's what showed me, like, all right. I mean, radio, there are still a lot of people that can boom from the radio, but
It's certain radio things though.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, just the radio. And Sirius XM obviously is a little better, but things like Sway in the Morning or Tim Westwood, just things that are like known for that. If you get on that, yeah, it's gonna
Yeah.
help you. But if it's just like, you know what I'm saying, like a random radio station, like you never really know what it's gonna do.
yeah, you don't. And the ones that will do something for you, well, look what they've done. They have podcasts and they're video and interviews and everything is moved on to like YouTube, and that's that's where it's at.
It's like this type of format.
Yeah,
it's
this
longer
format.
format.
Yeah.
It's not like this. Alrighty, here's what we're doing today. Coming back with Deshaun music.
Yeah,
like, you know what I mean?
Nah,
Like it's
not
not
no more. Not no more.
But isn't that weird? Like in the 1920s, or like when you like watch like shows or news things from like way back then, they're talk like this. And, like, it's like always weird to me.
Yeah, that sports commentator.
Or like baseball people, like the baseball commentators are still sound like they're still the same guys from like the 50s that are still doing it. And like coming up to bat is number 10, and like it's just like, why can't we be more enthused about this, dude?
Yeah, exactly.
Because football people are pretty juiced now.
They are.
I like watching Tony Romo when he commentates.
Yeah.
He's pretty funny.
All
about,
into it,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And he's like different insight, it feels like. And so how would you describe your style of music? Because you're all over, you know what I mean? But like if you had to narrow it down, or like a couple.
I'm a melodic rapper. The reason, so a lot of people, melodic rappers are hated and loved. You're either hated or you're loved. For me, I love it because growing up, my favorite genre was R&B. I liked rap. My favorite genre was R&B. Well, obviously, like I told you earlier, I can't sing all that great. Over years, my voice has gotten better. And that's why I dropped the R&B. But I feel like, to me, with melodic, you get that hype feel, and you also can feel it.
Yeah.
You know, like you're like, oh yeah. But I feel like just regular rap is not the same.
Your songs are very it sounds like it slaps, you know what I mean? But it's not like you're saying there's like a little more to it. It feels like you have a topic, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You're like
exactly.
it's like a cohesive thing that you're rapping about versus like bar about this, bar about that, bar about that, you know what I mean?
You know, I try to, because I'll listen to artists who blew up and I'll see like they'll rap about like that. The whole song will just be about anything. Like it, and I tried to do it because it's easier to write like that. If you can just say, yeah, I told my girl I love her. I shot a nigga the other day. You know what I mean? Like, it don't really make, you know, they don't go together. But I've seen artists do it and like, you know, and I'm like, man, that'll make it so easier to write.
Yeah.
And I try it, just don't work out. So at least like in my song, at least 3 or 4 bars are gonna be going along with each other. And then I might switch on to talking about something else. But I try to like most of my songs I try to, or I ain't gonna say most of them, a lot of them I try to put some feeling into it. I dropped a album called Back in My Feelings, where I wanted the people or my fans to kind of see like, all right, he's more than just this melodic rapper. There's more to him. There's more that's going on in his life. There's reasons why he wants this, you know what I mean? So
I feel people want to have like a real connection with other people.
Exactly.
And that's why podcasts and other things have started. And like,
and
certain, like, that's why people are getting famous off of SoundCloud or getting famous off of, you know, like all these other avenues that no one thought like 15 years ago that
would have popped off.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's why like YouTube stars like I mean I hate to bring it up, but Jake Paul and Logan Paul, like, you know what I mean? Give it to them for freaking becoming famous through that.
Through that, yeah. And a lot of people, and they level up from there. They go further. You know, the TikTok artists blow up.
Yeah, TikTok's the most recent one of people just becoming huge from just posting little videos.
Yeah, little videos. One of my dogs, one of my boys, he's a feature on my Chanel track, Compton Rocco. He blew up. His first song was, I don't know if you heard it, but it's Get Your Ratchet Right. And it's the song that's like all over TikTok. Get Your Ratchet Right.
No, yeah, I think I have seen
all right,
that, yeah.
So first he blew up over that song. And then right after that, he dropped another song called Yeah Yeah, which blew up even bigger. Like, it's going crazy. Like, it was like Adrian's Kickback or something, that huge party that was in LA that was like all over the news. Yeah, that was Yeah. The song was the theme of the whole Kickback.
That's
and
sick.
I'm like, and it blew up from TikTok. And I'm like, damn, you know, that's amazing. It's cool to see like how many avenues you can make it in.
Yeah.
So and to me, I feel like if you really want to be a successful artist, and you put the time and effort, it's gonna happen because there's so many avenues. Like, there's too many ways. YouTube, there's TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Podcast, everything, you know?
And I always feel like the ones that like sometimes I'm like doing something and I'll like try to do it and it's like I didn't think that like something will perform way better than I had like I'm like that's what like got popular. But like I'll like spend 3 hours doing this other thing and like it flops. And I'm like but like that's why you just gotta keep on doing it.
Going.
And you just keep going and you're just like I don't know, because sometimes I feel like not cheesy, but when you're posting stuff, sometimes I'm like, man, but at the end of the day, I'm just like, this could work. Like at the end of the day, like,
exactly.
Just got to keep on trying these different routes and avenues. No, I agree. And then, what's your first CD that you remember you ever owned? Like,
my dad bought me. It was Tupac. All Eyes on Me. That was he bought me that, and that was like from there. I was already in love with music, but he bought me. It was for Christmas. He bought me because my mom bought me a CD player, and I got the All Eyes on Me, and I'm you know what I mean? Yeah, All Eyes on Me. So it was cool, man.
Dude, that's sick. No, yeah, because mine was like this, the Scorpions. It's a rock album. But I just remember like my parents used to. I was raised like hella Christian growing up, and my parents like I used to like listen to Christian music only growing up. And my dad like gave me this like from his like CD collection. He's like, listen to this, and then at one point my mom like took it away from me. She was like, you can't be listening to this. And like looking back, like when I listened to that like sound, or like a Rocky Like a Hurricane, or like any of those songs compared to like what's on the radio now, I'm like, oh.
It's a big difference.
Big difference. A lot of like, it's just like, I mean, you could say a lot of different stuff now. Everything's just more normalized, I guess.
Yeah.
Like back then, you would like, if you said something sexual, it was freaking like unheard of.
Yeah, you
now
couldn't really
you
say
have
anything.
Cardi B, and you know what I mean.
Exactly.
And Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah. No, yeah. It's a lot different. I mean, back then they would say sexual things, but it was like hidden in it.
Yeah.
You would find out as an adult, like, that's what the fuck they meant in that song?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't know that, you know?
Yeah. Except I guess Missy Elliott always
Work it.
Yeah,
let me
yeah,
work.
that's exactly what I mean.
They with every word, yeah. She was. Yeah, she did.
No, yeah, she was the pioneer for
Her,
this.
Trina, yeah.
Oh, let's go Missy Elliott. That's funny. And so, who do you draw inspiration from?
I draw inspiration. Honestly, the whole music industry.
Yeah, you could just like pick and choose.
I can pick and choose. Like I'll go on and I'll watch interviews all the time. Like I'll sit there, I'll be at work or whatever, and I'll just be in my office watching interviews the whole time. Like Future, how he made it, and, Drake, Young Thug, you know, everybody, you know, and I just sit there and I get inspired by it. Musically, my inspiration is Young Thug. Like I said, I want to be an artist like Drake, but Young Thug and the way he do his melodies and the cadences on his songs, that's what really make me like, I gotta go out the box. Like I gotta do something crazy, which is that's why I put my BBs on top of, like, you know what I mean. And I try to go different, and I just try to explore, and because you can tell he explores. He just fucking. He get in their booth and you can tell, yeah, and I'm like, oh, that sounded good. Hold on, you know what I mean?
No, yeah, and that's just, I feel like that's just how things happen. It's just like, sometimes you just gotta just, like, your body, or you just end up doing something and you don't even know, like, why you did it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it just ends up working out for you.
Yep. That was my breakout song. It's called Fiji. That was the very first song where I really just explored, and I heard what happened was I heard the So Much Fun by Young Thug. He had just dropped that album, and I was so stuck on it. I was like, man, like I gotta get to that level, and boom, I made Fiji, and Fiji started opening all type of doors for me. I dropped that, I think 2020, beginning of 2020. And or 2019, one of the two.
One of them. Everything's a blur for the past couple of years.
Man, yeah. And I dropped that, and so many doors. I started my inbox, like people from across the country, Australia, and oh man, like I heard that Fiji song, man. That song is dope. How are you not famous already? Like, you know, and that's when I really started like, damn, like, okay,
yeah,
this is, you know, and then I took that and
I'm on to fucking
kept
something.
on. Yeah, I just kept on like progressing and getting more and more creative with my cadences. Like me, I'm the type, I get bored if I'm listening to a song and it's the same cadence for more than 4 bars.
Yeah.
I'm bored of it.
Dude,
so
I don't know why, like, a lot of, like, people just have, like, I mean, I feel like when you're big, like you were saying earlier, though, like, they, like, say 2 random things and, like, they can do that. But I think, like, when you get big, you kind of can do that and you have, like, a little more, like, you've done your journey to get there, so now you can, you know what I mean?
Exactly, yeah.
But like, yeah, but sometimes I hear, like, people and it's, like, the same pattern the whole time. And I'm
like,
even the chorus, I'm like, no, the chorus and the verse is supposed to be mixed up.
Yeah, that's what's something up. Like, when I perform my song for you later, the Hola Mi Amo Es, on that one on my verse, I did 3 different cadences in one verse because that's just, I want to keep my fans interested. I want to keep their mind, like, and that's the thing, the attention span of the average person now is so much shorter than what it used to be once upon a time, because we got so much stuff in the world now. So you gotta, like me, I'm like, all right, I want to keep their mind stimulated, you know what I mean? So that's why I switch it up the whole time.
Yeah, yeah, I'm looking forward to that song. No, yeah, that song's really cool, and I was even telling you how, you acknowledge what's going on in the song, like, and it's cool when you like almost break the third wall. Like in filmmaking, it's like when like there's a scene going on, and then somebody goes like this, and like they're frozen still, and they're like acknowledge the camera. So if I was just like,
Yeah.
you guys watching right there, you know what I mean? Like I like when like people do that in songs or in movies or in music videos and stuff like that. It just like kind of makes like you as a viewer feel like more included. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Yeah. On this one, man, I went out the box on this one. I think at least 60% maybe of the song is in Spanish.
Mm-hmm.
And I've done like Spanish parts in my verses before, but this time I was like, you know what? I want to put some more in there.
Yeah, it's like a whole verse almost.
Yeah, it's like almost, you know.
Plus
almost.
the chorus is pretty much it too.
Yeah, the chorus, yeah.
Yeah, so that's 60%.
Yeah, about 60%. Maybe less. I don't know. 55%.
It's half, for sure half.
For sure half.
50 to 60.
Yeah. You know, I wanted to, like, me, I love music, man.
Mm-hmm.
I love the way music made me feel. And I want to be able to do that for other people.
Mm-hmm.
I want people to hear the song and they can't stop. Like, you know, you ever had a song so good, like you're sitting there and no matter what, you can't stop tapping your foot.
Yeah.
Like, you might not even paying attention to the song, but you like it so much that your foot start tapping, and next thing you know,
It's one of those songs that like you could just listen to over and over again. Like,
I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Some of my buddies who I showed it, I showed them in the workings of the song and everything, and they're like, "Man, I can't stop thinking of it." Like, you know, and me and my family went on vacation, and the whole time all they would say is "Hola mi llamo," you know what I mean? Anytime we do anything,
That's
"Hola
cool,
mi llamo," is I'm like,
that's cool.
Yeah.
When did you start seeing people? So you say like you released like your first thing, and everyone's like, "Oh, Deshaun, stick to football." And then when did like you start seeing people come around and be like, when you're saying you told me people were like, "Oh, I see you, Deshaun," and that's how you ended up releasing it. But like, when was it that they started coming around like, "Oh shit, Deshaun can spit bars. Deshaun can."
That was that took a long time.
Mm-hmm.
That took a long time. It was kind of I would say like 2014. People started acknowledging my bars. But like for me, I was still kind of timid. Ever since that, I knew, okay, I'm not ready. I'm not ready yet. So what happened, honestly, the thing that finally told me, okay, it's time to put your all into this. So a lot of people don't know, well, people who know me, they know, but I'm a correctional officer. Well, I actually just put in my 2 weeks notice, but I was a correctional officer. And what's it called? I used to be in the transport unit. So we would transport the inmates from the jail to court and all of this. And I had the van. It had cameras so where I could see in the back what the inmates are doing. I had a speaker system in there. So every inmate loved to ride with me because although I was a CO, I don't treat nobody no different.
Yeah.
The way I look at it, you messed up, you got caught. I made mistakes in my life. I just was lucky enough not to get caught. So I treat them like they're human. So they get in the van and boom.
They probably
I'm
love you.
slapping for them. I plug in the aux. I plug in the aux and we listening to everything. You know what I mean? So one day I was like, you know what? I want to test out and see if my music is good. So I will put in like it'll be like Lil Baby on
little playlist.
Lil Baby playlist, and it'll be a mixture of all of those, and I'll throw my song in the mix. And then the dope thing about it was when we get back to the jail or whatever, they'd be like, "Yo, hey, what was that song?" I'm like, well, and I kind of know what they're talking about.
Yeah, but you're like,
and I'm like, "What's he talking about? Which one?" He like, and this is a song. From the ground up. It was off the Trey Sean album. And they was like, the one was like, I got it out the mud. And I was like, oh. And I would play it off. I'm like, oh, that's this new artist. He coming up. He up and coming. It's like, yo, he got it. That should go crazy. That's a hit. Like, and I was like, man, they're like, what's his name? I'm like, have you heard of Rick Ross? And they're like, yeah. Remember what he used to do? Yeah, he was a CO. And then they'll, no fucking way. No way. That's you. I'm like, yeah, man.
Dude.
That's my new. And what I love about it, so.
You're the coolest correctional officer ever.
So and then it would get to the point where I would walk in, do my checks, and every time I do my check, they singing the lyrics to me. Different songs. Like I had different songs that they were like stuck on, and I played like almost the whole album to them just to see what they would feel. But I would put it in the mix because I want to see if it stood out, if they remembered it. I wouldn't, put only that song on. And, and pretty much every song on there. And what I loved about it is the way I always looked at it is your friends are going to do one or two things most of the time. They're going to either, one, over-critique you because they're not listening to it as a fan. They're kind of like trying to find mistakes in your song. Or two, they're just going to hype you up. And it could be fucking straight garbage, and they're still gonna be like, "Yeah, oh shit, you killed that."
Yeah.
And so at that point in my life, I was hearing a lot of, "Yo, you killed that." Oh, I see you, Deshaun, from my friends and peers. But I'm like, I need a honest.
You need somebody who doesn't know you,
who doesn't know me. They don't know.
What do you guys think about this artist?
Yeah, they think it's just radio. That's what they thought, and they're like, "I thought that was a song on the radio." So that was my eye opener. Like, okay,
yeah, I'm doing something right here.
We got hits.
Yeah,
we got hits.
We're coming up.
Yeah,
dang. And then so, are your albums like collective pieces, or how do you put together your albums?
Usually, I think honestly. So I see you, Deshaun, was in the works for like 4 years. The reason being is I started it, and I'm such a perfectionist that I just kept scrapping it. And then I got into the career, the CO career, and I just was like, I stopped doing music, like kind of altogether. I was just like, I'm gonna just focus on this. I'm making really good money, and then I just started getting hungry again. Like, I'm making really good money, but I'm not making enough money.
Yeah.
So then I got
be
back.
happy doing this every single day for the rest of my life.
Exactly. So I got back on it, and then I ended up dropping it after a little while. Then the Trayshawn one, that one actually, me and Trey Sizzle, we got together and was like, yo, we got to do something together. And then
when you guys created that together, was it just over? Would you guys just meet up and for how long did it take you guys to do that?
We lived together.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's my brother.
Okay, gotcha.
So I bought a house. I bought a house in 2017, and the first thing I did was build a studio. You probably seen pictures of it somewhere. I had a huge mural that had Eminem, Snoop Dogg, and it was like the size of the wall, like they're all the way across. Snoop, Jay-Z, 50 Cent. Yeah, pretty much everybody who inspired me throughout my life, who got me into music, period.
Yeah.
And so I was like, let's do it. And then we just started, working and getting to it, man. And
that's sick.
I had the studio built. I had the studio recording room, everything. But yeah, we started working on that one. And then honestly, for the next albums, it was kind of like I would just do singles, and then I'd be like, yo, I love that style. And I would just somehow come up with more with that same style.
Yeah.
The Lost in My Feelings, that one kind of, I went through a lot in 2019, like a lot. And so the first song I made was in 2019. And I was like, you know what? I think I need to do more talking about, because I got my little brother who he ended up getting locked up for a little bit. And everything that was just, weighing on me. I was like, I got to get it out. So that's why I did the back of my Lost in My Feelings.
Yeah, because my buddy Duffy, who's a rapper as well, he kind of said that he's like, you kind of use music almost like as therapy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you feel like maybe you can't talk to somebody about it, but you can get it out in a page creatively.
Yeah.
And that's your way of being okay with whatever happened in that moment. And that's now you can always look back on it and see that. And that's just just people who use music that way. And I just feel like your stuff's just naturally going to stand out more because you're using it for yourself. It's not that you want to do it. You do want to do it, but it's also that you almost feel like you need to do it. You feel like this is your way of progressing through to get over, to deal with whatever the situation may be.
Yeah, no, exactly. Like for me, especially like, you know, when I lost my grandma in 2019 and I lost my son, and, you know, there was a whole lot going on. What making the songs about it, it really forced me to think about it and to get it out. You know, I'm writing the lyrics like, you know what I mean? I'm in there like crying, you know?
Yeah.
But it really helped me to like get through it. And for a while though, I couldn't listen to the song afterwards. But you know, it helped me during that moment. And as long as I didn't listen to the song, I wouldn't get choked up.
Yeah.
But
Dang, that's just a very cool journey with it.
yeah, hell yeah, man. It's been a cool journey.
Yeah, and then so what do you got in store for us? What's coming out? Anything working on?
Yeah. Shit, dude, I got the Hola Mi Amos Deshaun song. I'm gonna premiere it here. But that's gonna be coming out pretty soon. I actually have a project that I'm working with this dope ass engineer or dope ass producer. He's out of like Chicago area or whatever. Named Case Jr. We're actually working on a project together. It's gonna be like the first time it's ever been done. 'Cause like I said, there's no box for me, so it's gonna have a mix of like the melodic trap, EDM. I was even talking about maybe even putting rock on it.
You should do that, man.
Yeah.
Everyone's scared to put like something together that's
So
different.
yeah,
You know
that
what I mean?
targets everyone. That's the goal. We want to target everyone.
And get some OT Genesis flow, a little country on there too,
yeah.
bro.
Little country?
Yeah.
That'd be dope. Hell yeah. You know, I was actually I went to the little car races out here the other day, and a country song came on, and I'm like, hold on. I think I could write a country song. So,
Dude, you could. There's some
try
cool
it.
beats too.
I want to try it. Yeah,
with them like little country rap beats.
Yeah.
So there's like some like interesting. And I could see you just because of the Hola Mi Amos one. Like that one's almost. It's just a little more like a Hispanic vibe.
Yeah. And that's the thing with me. Like the biggest thing with me is if I'm gonna go outside of the box, I'm gonna go all out. So like, I don't know if you heard my newest song, "To Say That You Love Me."
I think I've listened to like once, but I haven't like really.
So "Say That You Love Me," it's my rock song. I told my lady, I said, hey, you know, I want to do a rock song. She said, do it. I said, all right. But with me, I wanted to, if you don't know what I look like and you hear the song, I want you to think that, you know, it's who usually does that type of song, you know, like a little white boy or something, you know? I want them to really be like, oh, who's this? And to me, I succeeded. Because I actually sent, like, I did a little TikTok video to it or whatever, and I sent it to like my cousin, and I'm doing a dance, and he's just like looking at me doing a dance to it or whatever. It's like, oh, you're stupid, and he was like, and I forget, he asked me something about the song, and I said, oh no, that's me. He said, wait, what? Hold on, what? No, play it back. That's you. He couldn't even tell it was me, and I didn't want it to sound like, you know, I've seen other guys try to do a rock song who are rappers, and then when you listen to it, even if a melodic rapper, when you listen to it, you're like, oh, this is just a melodic rapper trying to do rap. Nah, I want it to sound like this is a rock song.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so
like they're not even, they didn't realize. And then you're just releasing everything under Deshaun, right?
Yeah, under Deshaun,
Yeah. No, that's cool. Because like some people feel like they need to
change
because it's a rock song, it can't be under my rap or whatever, you know what I mean?
Screw that. I'm keep it all under Deshaun.
No, that's cool. That's what fucking diversifies you too.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the goal that's the goal. But yeah, I got a lot coming, man. Right now I'm working out. They got it's a show in they're doing like a Legends tour with Bone Thugs.
Oh.
And so I might end up actually opening for them.
Dude.
Yeah. I got some stuff that's still in the works.
Well, yeah, you're just trying to work everything out.
But yeah, man, I'm trying to, you know what I mean? I'm trying to, as you know, like my dog Money Boy Vicious, trying to put the city on the map. The way I look at it is there are a lot of local rappers here, but there are a lot of talented rappers here too. And because of where we're at, we don't get a second look. You know what I mean? They're not looking for us. Even like on Spotify, when you submit a song, it tells you, yeah, we look for certain areas to put on our algorithm or put on
for
our
the
playlist
and stuff like that. I always wondered that.
Yeah, and it says
how
like
that
where
worked.
what area are you from? And I'm not gonna lie, I never put Merced.
Yeah,
There's no
yeah.
way they're looking. So I put somewhere like, all right, they probably be looking like LA or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. No,
but-
I feel it.
Yeah.
No, that's true. But I do feel like the Central Valley, like as a whole, I feel like it's coming up more like
It is.
recently than
Yeah.
I've ever saw it. Especially
No,
like,
it
even like
is.
if you just go downtown Merced or whatever, like you know what I mean? Just
Mm-hmm.
just all over. Like there's more stuff going on. There is more shows. They're more like you go somewhere to eat and there's somebody playing and stuff
Yeah.
like that. But I do think like because now there's just more and more venues opening
Yeah.
up and stuff like that. So it's only a matter of time before
Yeah, it's
things
on
really
its
get
way.
rolling.
It's
and
on
I
its
think
way.
like going outside of the 209, but then I think like all we really need is like one person to kind of get popular,
Mm-hmm.
and then it opens up the whole 209 area to
Yeah.
like, and there's like like handfuls of good artists. You know
Yeah,
what I
no,
mean?
there is exactly. I agree. There's a few. That's why I kind of target more of a commercial artists.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like for me, mine is more when you hear my music, you can imagine it. You can picture it being on the radio.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of it, like you're like, oh, okay, I can hear that being on the radio. I mean, obviously there's curse words, but without the curse words, I can hear that being on
Mm-hmm. Okay,
the radio.
they played.
Yeah,
They play.
yeah.
They play
They play some-
ridiculous.
they play
songs. Well, they beep out everything. Like,
Yeah.
I'm like, what are we listening to
Yeah,
now?
yeah,
Like,
no, exactly.
what is the fucking problems by ASAP and Drake and Kendrick
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and all
the
that.
whole song
The whole
is-
song is just bleep. The whole chorus is like bleep.
Yeah. No, exactly. But yeah, that's my goal, man. You
Mm-hmm.
know, put the city on the map, and we're growing. But I want to open doors.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, so I was fortunate enough to be able to invest as much money as I have into
Mm-hmm.
myself. But then there's other people, who aren't as fortunate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? And so I want to give those people a chance.
Mm-hmm.
Those people like, hey, here is the blueprint.
Yeah.
Here's the blueprint. If you show me that you believe in yourself and you can at least put in the work ethic, I'll help.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's one of my goals is to like a lot of our youth and provide stuff for them. You know what I mean? And
I'm so glad you said that because I feel like everyone I asked like that question to, it's never like I want to get famous. It's just like I want to just like help people back in the community.
Yeah.
Basically, it's just because I feel like I always say it, but we've gotten a bad rep for such a long time, and it's like we don't deserve like what people's how they perceive us.
Yeah.
You know what
No,
I mean? I
exactly.
feel like the 209 is like such a great area.
Yeah.
and everyone
It's
you can look at
growing.
anywhere and complain
it's
about
blooming.
it.
Yeah, it's we're definitely growing and everything, man. So that I agree. Like for me, it's never been fame. For me, I unfortunately to get what I want, I gotta have fame, which is the money.
Yeah, exactly.
I want the money. All right, I want the money because before anything, I want to make sure my family's straight. I want to make sure everybody in my family. Money is never an issue again. That's my goal.
Yeah.
And then from there, start reaching out and helping out the unfortunate, the less fortunate, the kids who, who are in foster homes and they don't have nobody that's gonna look out for them or stuff like that. The kids who are in their homes but they're in poverty but they might be talented at something or they might have a dream. And that's my biggest thing is I want to be the artist that go global to show that if you put your mind to it, you can make it happen.
Yeah.
Because although we do have artists in this area that are, they're blooming, they're doing pretty good, but they're not at the global status to show like the world, like, hey, you can get here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so that's my goal.
Yeah, I like that. Dude, that was a great goal.
That's my goal, man.
No,
Because
yeah.
it's so many people, and that's why there's been times when, don't get me wrong, the music industry, there's a lot of shady stuff that happen. A lot of crooks, a lot of
Yeah.
scams, all type of stuff. I'd have been scammed out of so much money, and so there's been times where I wanted to quit. Like, man, fuck this.
Yeah.
I'm gonna just go get I already make cool money. I'm gonna just dumb down my living a little bit,
Yeah.
and then I would just think about him. Think about the people who, if I quit, now that everybody who has been looking up to me, because I talk to a lot of my peers, and a lot of them see what I'm doing, and they're like, "Yo, like you got it, like you inspire me." Even Money Boy, he hit me up like, "Dog, you inspire me because you showing that like we can go levels up, we can keep going. We don't got to stay in this box that the world want to put the Valley in. We can get out of this box." You know what I mean? So that's why I just don't quit. I never give up. When I want to quit, nah, stick to it, dog. You right there. My foot is, I'm at the door. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm at the door. I just got to kick that
foot's in the door.
Yeah.
You're just going to bring your other foot
kick
in.
It through it. You gotta kick it in or something, man. But yeah.
No, I completely agree. And before we wrap things up, any shout outs you got?
Yeah, man. I want to shout out my moms. That's my backbone. Anytime, you know, I need her, she right there for me. Shout out my lady. She always there for me. Shout out my Uncle Mike, my Uncle Frank, my little bro Sally, my little sis Tyler, little sis Anna, the whole family.
I love that. I love that you just naming your family.
The whole family, you feel me, that's been really like supporting me. My little bro Alex, or you know what I mean? Like anytime, like there's been times when like for a video or whatever, I'd be short a little money or whatever, and they'll come through for me. Or I need to go get an outfit for the video. They'll come through for me. So I appreciate, you know, all the support. You know, all my other uncles who supported me, for me. And yeah, man, like the city, everybody in the city who support me. And if you don't support me, I ain't gonna say fuck you, but I hope that one day you do support me. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, hopefully one day you can stand behind me, because there's more to me than, you know, just fame. Right? There's more to me than just wanting to be popular or whatever. I do want to help out the youth and everybody else.
No, I feel it.
Yeah.
No, man, great shout out. Yeah. I think that's the best shout out yet on Real Talk, man. No, yeah. And then why don't you introduce the song you're going to be performing right now?
Oh yeah, I'm this one new song for me. I decided, you know, I'm gonna premiere it on the talk show with my main man right here. You know what I mean? It's Hola Mi Amo Es. It's coming soon. Be waiting for it because it's a hit. I promise you.
Yeah, I can guarantee that, you guys. Without further ado, here it is.
All right.
Hola, ¿cómo estás? Mi amo es Micah, host of Real Talk and whatnot. And today premiering his song, Hola Mi Amo Es, is Deshaun. Deshaun?
Yeah.
Déjalo rasgar.
Hola mi amo es Deshaun. Me gusta sentirlos y chicas. I like the way that you walking. Girl, you so bad like you Holly. I like your style and your garments. Girl, you got drip like a faucet, yeah. I like the way that you walking, yeah. Girl, you so bad as a toddler, yeah. Can't wait till we take off your garments, yeah. You like my drip, let's be honest, yeah. Hola mi amo es Deshaun. Me gusta el dinero y chicas. Me gusta beber margaritas. Sabes que eres bonita, yeah. Hola mi amo es Papi. Tú eres bonita y chachi. Tú eres bonita es Holly. Te quiero ahora y aquí, yeah. Hola mi amo es Deshaun. Hola mi amo es Deshaun. Yeah. I heard you like a nigga speak a little Spanish. I ain't trippin', I speak a little Spanish. I speak a little Spanglish. Habla, you at your Spandex. All I need is one night and you'll be changing up your standards. Me gusta mis mujeres femeninas. Cuerpo es fuego caliente Valentinas. Tiene un carro, una casa y dinero. Baby in su bolsa, baby getting queso. Baby started with Sabrina, then met up with Sophia, Selena, Marina. She keep tugging on my pita, Isabella, Sarah. They love my mozzarella, Julieta, Esmeralda. Put that cooler on my pelvis. Hola mi amo es Deshaun. Me gusta el dinero y chicas. Me gusta beber margaritas. Sabes que eres bonita, yeah. Hola mi amo es Papi. Tú eres bonita y chachi. Tú eres bonita es Holly. Te quiero ahora y aquí, yeah. Hola mi amo es Deshaun. Hola mi amo es Deshaun. I like the way that you walking. Hey, hey. I like your style and your garments. Girl, you got drip like a faucet, yeah. Hola, mi llamo is Deshaun.
This is it. Real talk and whatnot.
Real talk. That's it. Real talk.